Okay, welcome to UKGK TV. Another fantastic episode and a fantastic lineup of stuff. Basically, you were at the show at Farnborough, is that right?
It was, Bill, yeah. It was
Farnborough
good.
show. So we've got some news from there, haven't we? Horrorcon at Farnborough.
Horrified. It was absolutely packed. Freddie was there.
So Robert England, the actor himself, England, who you know is Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, he was there, and the queues were just absolutely mental for him. This was our first show in the south. I mean, I say London, but Keefy boy there says it's nowhere near London. But
for us up here, it is.
Yeah, you needed a passport.
Yeah.
It was great. It was superb. A new clientele. New different people.
So these are people who've not seen the stuff before?
No. So Sheffield people, there was probably 95% of people there. Big shout out to the guy that travelled up and he's to pick his Dracula up. It's on its way to you now. Sorry, I didn't know what your name is. You did write your address, but you never put your name on it. So if you get a box with Dave Nicholson, care of Dave Nicholson, Creature, it's your Dracula. It should be with you Friday. So fingers crossed. You should have had this by the time this video airs. It was great. It was superb. Some really nice people there. Robert was busy, caused his own problems by talking all the time. Hope it's on next year because we had a good show. Just causes a few issues because we've got 3 weeks to when we have our Jolly Boys, which will be good.
Oh yeah, which is up in Magna Centre, isn't it?
Magna Centre in about 3 weeks' time.
Yep.
Big problem. Big thing I did notice. I know in previous shows and previous cons. I don't know what you guys think about this, but it's some of you guys to talk about. Please leave your comment, your message in the comments below. Most of the artists there were chatting to me about AI art. They were all declaring their stuff. The original artists, I don't want to sound derogative to AI, but they were saying they would actually making a big deal about saying we're proper artists, not AI. And there was actually a guy there selling AI art. One woman there, her dad had been painting. He's absolutely amazing painter and an artist. And people were saying, is this AI art? So that's probably the next bone of contention that's coming.
Yeah, because we've gone through the arguments about 3D printing, and now it's the 2D stuff. I mean, I would say that there's still a major difference between a hand-drawn piece of work or a hand-painted piece of work and an AI-generated piece of work. I mean, you get what you pay for. You get a little bit of heart and soul off somebody if you buy an original piece. And I've seen some beautiful pencil drawings at those places.
Oh, yeah.
AI has its place. But it's just if you want to put a quick illustration into a magazine or something like that, then use AI. But if you want to put something on your wall, you want it done by a human being. They were
unlike us. We and it's because it was in the capital. We were there early. So I was able to walk around and look at the stalls. So we kind of it was weird because I've never ever done that in the years I've done the shows. But because I was quite early there, I had plenty of time to burn, and quite a few of them were chatting about what we did, and they were chatting about the 3D stuff, and then they were putting their point to me about the AI, and I was like, wow, I never even thought about it like that. Yeah, I guess so, and they were very vocal. So. Who knows? I mean, it's one of them things, isn't it?
It's one of those things. We're going to have to go over.
Yeah, Judgment Day's coming.
Judgment Day's coming.
Saturday, sister.
Look, we've got the uniform on. Got my Killer Kits t-shirt on.
Guys?
If you've ordered
Winston Effect,
you get one of these as a freebie.
Yeah.
Because I'm a privileged special member of this club.
He's got his own.
I get my own.
He's got his own. How nice is that? He looks like very dapper in that.
And you know what I'm happy about? I can get my shirt on and t-shirt over the top, and it's only an extra large.
It's good.
So I'm doing something right, aren't I, with me swimming and stuff?
I have threatened Owen with a t-shirt. I'm going to get this t-shirt printed by Mick, and I'm going to have at the bottom here, I'm with stupid next to it. So if you see me in that t-shirt, that's for Owen or Ben, whichever. If the boot fits, wear it. No, the cap.
The cap fits, wear it.
So anyway, guys, it's been great. We've had a few weeks off.
I missed Farnborough. I wish I'd have gone.
It was good.
Yeah.
You'd like it. You'd like it. A long way though, Bill.
Yeah, but it would have been a long way from where I was on holiday, wouldn't it?
Yeah, where have you been?
A few weeks off. I went to what I would have called a couple of years back Majorca, but apparently I'm told now it's Mallorca.
Mallorca. Oh, there you go.
So I'd still call it Majorca, but it's one of the Balearic Islands, apparently. So I'm told. I always thought that was a disease, but beautiful place. I would recommend if you want to go to anywhere on an island in Spain.
San Miguel.
Oh, is it San Miguel there?
San Miguel's, I think, mainland Spain.
Mainland Spain. But you know what? It didn't matter that it was an island. The beauty of it was the beauty because it's an island, but you weren't restricted.
Good.
It was just like mainland Spain. It was beautiful. I mean, the beer was lovely, the drinks were lovely, the food were lovely. It was relatively speaking more expensive than Northwich, but hey, that's the beauty of Northwich.
Can you remember the days when I remember my first sort of the Wham days, Club Tropicana. Remember that? That's when everyone went on holiday to Spain and stuff. We went and it was 200 pesetas per San Miguel. And what we thought was completely weird when we went to Spain was, we'd always been in the UK.
Yeah.
So we went to Spain and they were there and they never took the money off you till the end.
No, that's dangerous.
How bizarre is that? So you're there sort of having 4 San Miguels, please. You go to give them the money and you do that.
No, yeah.
And then you 4 San Miguels and you're doing this.
It's not free, is it?
Then when you get to number 3 for San Miguel, the barman buys you one, and I was like, I like this. And then at the end, he gives you a bill.
Then you get the bill. Yeah. It's a bit like...
I don't know if it's like that now, is it?
Yeah, well, it depends where you go. But in America, when I went to America the other year, that was how it was. If you went into a bar and had a drink, you paid up at the end.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Which is quite disconcerting because, first of all, you've got to remember what you drank, which is often difficult.
Yeah.
And also, you get slapped with a 10% tax on everything.
Yeah, that was it.
And obviously, you've got the option of paying a tip. Now, in Spain, if you gave them a 5 or a 10% tip, they were over the moon.
Yeah.
It was, wow, thank you very much.
In America, spit at you.
They want 30%.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, no, let's go. I actually had to run out of a restaurant. I spent a couple of £100. I gave them a 20 quid tip, and my son said, let's go quick. That was a dead tight tip. I went, what was 20 quid?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Bad. And the other thing I find weird, excuse me, when we went to Spain the first time, do you have peanuts on the bar?
Crisps and peanuts?
That's weird, isn't it?
Well, it's always weird to English folk generally when somebody gives you something for free because it might be genuine, but you're always suspicious, aren't you? Because there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Well, I thought it was a great idea until someone put an idea in my head, which
I know where that's coming.
Yeah.
Did they wash their hands?
Yeah.
That's the question. Yeah. Did they wash their hands?
Yeah. Are you going to shine an ultraviolet light on these people?
You know what I do? I just eat or more to myself, and then it's guaranteed clean. Just eat a lot. Get your own peanuts.
Yeah,
just do it.
It's great. And I bet you went to one of these Spanish bars with bulldogs playing pool and Monopoly. And
they're all over the place. Actually, there were. I didn't see that many dogs or cats actually.
Playing pool.
But playing pool. No, or any animals generally in that country.
We don't travel very well, do we, us Brits?
Well, no, we don't, because I always end up getting burned or tired or drunk.
Yeah.
So it's one of the two.
We don't travel very well.
Or all three, burned, tired.
Why do we
and
go
drunk.
to supermarkets to try and find British food?
No,
it's
well,
bizarre.
I mean, I'm a bit of a food sort of traveller in my head, but I have to say, I sat down and thought, I'm not going to have any chips. No chips.
No chips.
No chips. Like 3 days in, I had this German pork schnitzel, which was lovely, with a salad. And I thought, you know what would be nice with this?
Chips.
And they brought them me. I didn't even have to ask. It was like they read my mind.
You're a foodie, aren't you?
I'm a bit of a foodie, yeah.
I've got a question for you now. It's a serious question.
So, are you sure?
Yes, it is. What do you do with leftover bacon?
There's no such thing.
No, there isn't.
Leftover bacon? The only time I've ever had leftover bacon
no such thing,
was when I deliberately cooked bacon for my daughter, who was, at the time was a vegan, so I had to eat it. It would have been rude, wouldn't it? Leftover bacon.
He's getting used to me now. He knows it now.
No, it's not that. It's like you say, Nigella comes on and says, "Oh, I know something sexy to make with your leftovers," and I'm thinking, you don't live with me, darling, do you? There's no such thing as a leftover. Right.
Right, first
one up.
Sneaky preview time.
Love this.
It's the
latest in the Outer Limits, but it just is so.
That's by Terry Doyle.
Terry Doyle.
He's smashing them out of the park, isn't he?
Fantastic. I just looked at it, and it's so sort of 60s, early 60s, late 50s sci-fi.
Yeah.
To me,
it's like Dan Dare-ish,
it's like
isn't it?
Dan Dare. It looks like Dan Dare. It looks like one of the, with that Dalek Invasion Earth with Peter Cushing. It looks like one of the Dalek guys. But I don't know the episode.
No, I don't.
But I don't even know.
I like the visor on it.
The visor's just. How did he get that?
I just think it's good. I just think it's a nice piece. This is available now, guys.
It's like all the rest of it. It's naturally smooth because that's what the costume was. These costumes are reflective and shiny and like leathery.
Yeah.
But it's just so lively, isn't it?
We'll rephrase that: shiny and leathery.
So, resistant would be the word.
Yes, that's
so
good. So
shiny and resistant.
It's very nice. It's very nice. This is available now, guys. So if you've got the others, it's what'd you say it was? Quarter scale-ish?
Yeah, quarter scale.
Maybe 9 inches tall. Maybe 9 inches.
It's good. It's a nice weight.
It is.
And it's got the characteristic
solid cast. It's got the base, the normal base. Yeah. Terry's done the sculpting on it. He's done a great job of these.
It's just.
You need to have them all. If you started, guys, you need to have them all.
Buying them, you need them all.
Yeah, you need them all. This is Terry's thing. Terry really likes the Outer Limits and the old.
He don't give much away, does he, Terry?
He's a lovely man. He's a lovely man.
But he's focused, and when you meet him, you know
he's a lovely man.
You can feel the seriousness of it. So when you
he told me a story about his dog. He said that he used to walk his dog out, and then he went away and left the dog with his wife for a weekend, and he come back and he was literally in the doghouse, and he said, "What have I done?" He said, "Well, I took the dog for a walk, and where's the first place the dog went? The pub." And everybody knew it.
From that.
And everybody knew him. So Terry, that didn't work, mate. So you one step beyond. Right, next up we're either going to do the paint. We're going to do paint. We'll do the paint. We'll do some paint ups now.
We need to see some of these.
Yeah,
because we've been waxing lyrical about these particular ones, and I came in and I thought we've got to show these.
Yeah.
Basically, as a almost an honour to Rachel.
Rachel, yeah.
But also to show you what the kits look like when they're painted.
They're painted. Right, the first one is from Paul Fay. It's the Skeksis. Now this one came out last year, and it's a massive Skeksis. This is the Chamberlain Skeksis from Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal, yeah.
Jim Henderson. Rachel was dying to get this one painted. This one's been painted by Rachel. I think it looked great with a big red sort of hump on the back. But Rachel's done this one for the up-and-coming HorrorCon in Sheffield. This one's available as blanks. Anna's painted. I just love the colours. She's done a good job of it. She's really. I mean,
when I first saw this, there's a video of Paul talking this through, isn't there? Yeah. One of the UK, the GK
and it's superb.
show, and it
have you seen the back of it? Where it's got a little map on the back.
It's beautifully engraved with the symbols from the film.
Superb.
And, it's a nice thing, and
it's a nice weight. It's a nice weight. So that's the Skeksis, guys. That one's available as paint ups, custom paint ups. If you contact us, if you do, and it's also available as blanks. And that one will be going up to Sheffield HorrorCon. So if anybody wants to put tabs on that, please let us go. She's got one now, 3/4 of the way through, but Bill loved the colours.
I'm just going to show this to show you the artistry that goes into this. Is your base. This is a base coat.
These are the base coats on this. Look at this. Now, how good is this? Wow.
Now, we've reviewed this the other day. But look at that. You can see it coming together. And we put a bit of colour on that, and it looks incredibly lifelike. This is Darren's, isn't it?
This is Darren Kent.
Darren Kent. Look at that. You can see. Look at the texture on that. And you can see that the base is starting to resolve here. Yeah. The pumpkins and stuff. And
as soon as we get the colorization of that in the next few weeks, if Bill's about, we'll show it again.
We can show it in its more complete form. But I just wanted you to see what it looks like with the base coats.
She's basically base coated that and put her first set of airbrushing on. So now she'll go into that and put her chalks, etc., and detail it. So she works in a different way. Next up is a fully painted another piece that's going up to Sheffield, and this one's available to buy as a paint up and as a kit. So it's been remoulded yet again. This has been sculpted by Darren Harvey. This is one of my favourite Darren's pieces. When Darren catches the likeness, he certainly gets the likeness, and on this one I think it's one of his finest. This is the Gary Oldman Dracula.
Look at that.
So if you look on the back, it's got the old Gary. It's got the Bram Stoker
Bram
logo.
Stoker logo on there.
Yeah, to all you old guys that are not quite sure with this movie, be careful when you type Gary Oldman in. You can have serious consequences if you type it in wrong. So just be careful.
Yeah, internet search
it's
disaster.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah. So look at this. I mean, look, it's beautiful. Rachel's done a fantastic
the
job.
skin tones. I just think it's just a nice sculpt, and it's just a really, really cool paint job. She's really, really.
Wow, look at the embroidery on the road.
Yeah,
actually looks like it's been done with gold
Darren's
thread.
done a really good job of that, and Rachel,
beautiful.
it's a superb team effort on that one.
This is available painted if you want one.
If you want one painted, give us a shout. There will be limited ones at the Sheffield Horrorcon next weekend. If you can't get yourself next month, if you can't get yourself up, contact us. There is a bit of a waiting list. She has got a bit to do.
What would you say?
Half scale?
Nearly half, just
half
maybe
scale.
over half scale. Yeah. It's like
nearly half scale.
it's a nice big one. That's got to be. If you have that looking at you when you come into a room, it's
lovely.
Gonna,
it's very popular.
That
one and the Lost Boys at the Horrorcons is normally sell out like they do. So we're
look
trying
at
to
the
get there.
vein. Rachel's cut the veins on the head there.
Very good. She's good at it. She loves them. She loves them. Absolutely loves them. It's nice. It's a nice piece. So that's the last one. The next one again is one that's going to Sheffield, which is the mid-transformation David Norton. It's just before he goes into the actual full transformation wolf where he's lying on the floor.
Yeah, it's when he's lying on the floor and you see the metamorphosis happen. It's probably one of the most striking change screens in history. When you see that, I mean, I watched a recent film which was quite good. It's just called The Wolfman, isn't it? The Wolfman. It's quite a psychological one, and the guy turns into a wolf over the period of about an hour and a half in the movie, which you could have done quick as far as I was concerned. Good movie, but when you look at American Werewolf in London and you look at the metamorphosis scene, the way his hand stretches and his knuckles break and you can feel the bones elongating, that is never... I don't think they're ever going to make a werewolf movie that good ever again. I think you're going to have to look at something that's considerably different, but you're never going to get better. So this is why this movie still sells.
It's got the scorps on the back of the base there. Yeah. So if you're an American Werewolf in London fan, then this is the one for you. We do several pieces from American Werewolf in London. We do the full Kessler Wolf, we do Jack Goodman, we do this fella, and we do a Darren Kent. We do loads of American Werewolf stuff. We do Andy Copeland does us a Jack, and he does a stage one, I would say, David Norton, where he's just got his shirt ripped off and he's looking at the end. We'll show more of them in the next coming weeks because obviously gearing for the HorrorCon, there's going to be more stuff putting through the door. Visually,
I love the transition from the fur on the side to the side. The side's not blank actually, but it's beautifully integrated. There's like a stone effect there, isn't there?
Yeah,
and it comes together really nicely. It's a beautiful piece of work.
He's done a good job of that, Darren. He's done a good job.
Just one quick more look at that hand. Look at that. That's superb.
Superb. So what we've done, guys, is we showed you some bits and pieces there. It's a quick one. We've got a couple of pieces to show you now. We were going to hold these back, but he couldn't contain himself.
Prepare yourself.
So we got a couple of pieces.
Hold on to your wallet.
These are basically going to be available very, very soon. We're currently casting for our show. UKGK, we're currently casting for Sheffield. So we are now going to give you an exclusive. Somebody actually told me that we should do a Patreon, is it? Patreon? Yeah,
Patreon,
where we do exclusives, but at the minute we'll stick as we are. It's good as it is at the minute. So we're going to do this, guys. Now these are available to pre-order, but I'm going to have these guys available on the day at UKGK. So there's not going to be waiting like we did with the Stan Winston. Stan Winston, we're halfway through fulfilling the orders, so we're catching up. Same with the King Kong. We've got a few more to do, and then we can put them two to bed. It's sold out, that Stan Winston has. King Kong as well, but we're halfway through, I'd say. So if you haven't received your Stan, you're on the list. You will get it. You will get one of these nazi little T-shirts.
New uniform.
If anybody, I'm going to be contacting the people that have paid deposits now, the last people. If they don't pay, then I'll offer them up for sale. But once it's gone, guys, it's gone. Which one's first, left or right?
I'm going to go right because
it's nearer to you.
It's nearer to me. Now, I just love Joe Bailey's work. I think he's one of the best sculptors I've ever seen, and he always, everything he does is done to such a level that I can feel the talent that comes out of it, and I really do. For a guy who doesn't like to talk about himself and he's quite shy, he comes out with some stuff. Now, horror doesn't really scare me anymore.
But this does.
But this, I would love to have it in my house, but I wouldn't want to see it. Sounds contradictory, but it's Meg Mucklebone, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is sculpted by hand, and this is the size it is.
Look how big this beauty is.
It's huge. And her face is truly sinister. That is disturbing. That is lively. Every little inch, millimetre of that is sculpted by Joe in a way that I can't even work out how he's done the textures.
No.
I can't work it out.
How
does he get that?
I don't know.
Is it monster clay?
Yeah, no, it's plastiline.
Yeah, because Joe is so old-fashioned, he still uses a thing called plastiline. And we joked about it the other day that some of that plastiline is probably as old as him.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at the size of it. Look at that is truly horrific. Look at the skin textures. Look at the way the parts of the body fall.
You got two pieces of wood sticking out of there.
You got your timber and stuff, but let's look at the back of this. I just want you to look at that, almost like a cauliflower humped back. Look at that, and look at the spine. And the buttocks there. Look at the dimples and stuff. This is real anatomy. This is somebody who's been trained to observe the human figure. It doesn't matter how much you distort it. You need to know it inside out to come up with something like that. Look, have you got it? Look at that. The size of it. And she, that's disturbing, mate. That is disturbing. And this is like, it's revolting. But at the same time, it's absolutely fascinating. Amazing.
So that's the Meg Mucklebone. Now, with this, obviously, it's going to have arms. Big arms. So it's got arms, and the arms are kind of like
twigs, twigs and branches.
There's twigs. There's a twig here, and there's
a branch at the back.
Yeah, there's like a twig on there, and this is there. But Bill wanted to show this as soon as he seen it.
I couldn't not show you this because when this is. We're going to show you this a bit later with all the parts on it.
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
It's going to blow you away. If you're a serious collector of truly horrific
what
things.
Scale would you say it is, Bill?
Well,
your scale, not me.
This is like
half,
quarter,
scale,
half or a third.
Third scale, possibly.
Yeah, I'd say it's bigger than a quarter because look, if you look at that, it's more than half my head. So it's not. The thing is with scale, it's weird. The size and the scale, they're two different things. Size and scale. It might be half your size, but it might still be a third of the scale. So don't worry about that unless you're doing a GCSE design technology exam, right? But if that was twice, it would be the size of an actual person. So
Joe's been doing this for a long time, and basically, he spoke to me quite a long time about this, about doing it, and Joe works about 7 projects at once, so you get it when you get it, which is it's fine. It's fine,
because you're going to get a fantastic piece of work.
So when Andy did the small figure, which was brilliant, which that's equally as good, there was Joe contacted me and he said, "Oh, Dave, do you not want the big bust then?" And I went, yeah. And he said, "Well, what's up?" I said, "No, there's room for both. There's people that haven't got the room for that." So I said, "Of course I do, yeah." So we've now got a large Meg Mucklebone bust, which you've just seen, and we've got a small 1/6 scale figure that we showed you a few videos back. We will be showing you the painted up versions when we get closer to the horror convention and Rachel does the magic. So there's plenty to go at, guys. That one is up for pre-order. Again, it will be available at UKGK, so to take away. We are having a special debut at the show as well, but majority of the stuff we're going to show you this time out is going to be available to purchase before or on the day, whichever.
The next one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've been looking at this over about 8 days now, and I'm like, this is the other big one. This is the other big one. Look at this.
How cool is this?
It's Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Let me show you that one.
In an easy chair.
Put it on the table,
forward.
Bill. Put it down. Watch this.
Watch
this.
Watch this.
The back goes in, locks in.
Yeah, locks in. Just pull that a little bit more. Let's move Mike out away. You can see him a bit there. Look at that.
Look at that. And he's got a teddy bear there, and that just fastens on. Let me show you past you all that.
And
one.
a characteristic knife glove goes on here.
How's that?
Like that. Look at that position, and look at the size of it.
It's quarter scale.
Quarter scale, just right. It's just right to be impressive,
But not
killing the shelf. Yeah.
And he's got, if you look very carefully, like a little teddy bear. Now, this was this is a series of stuff that I wanted to do because there's another one in the line that I'm going to do that Darren's working on as we speak. So if you look at, what we decided to do is, if you look at the chair, there's all different sorts there. There's a little Jack in the Box. There's dolls. I think the toys are scary. Yeah,
the toys are scary, and also you've got all that detail on the base. You've got the title, but you've all got all these pipes from the basement, and you've got the furnace, haven't you? The back there, and all these skulls and stuff coming out there. There's like smoke coming out of the furnace.
Yeah.
There's not one bit on there that's not got something to do.
Just like the rips in the chair.
Yeah, you got the gloves, the
little robot, little 50s robot.
Oh, little 50s robot on there.
Just for Bill.
Yeah, my robot.
So it's got everything you want, guys. Now this one is available again to pre-order. I'm going to have these on the day. I want to make sure that there's a bit of everything for people this time. But that one's a brand spanking new one, guys. I did take this piece to get
quilted in the back of the chair.
I did take this one. I did prime this, and I was going to get it signed on the back, but I just couldn't get near the guy.
No,
so I'm a bit annoyed about that but it just slots into the back.
Just imagine having that is a joy. But imagine having it signed by Robert England.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
I think you'd have loved it if you'd have seen it.
If you'd seen it, he'd have been over the moon.
We just couldn't get anywhere near him, to be honest. But that's that one, guys. That's the blood paint. Looks like real blood, doesn't it?
It does.
So this one is available, guys. Give us a shout. We'll talk you through the ordering process if you need it. Now we're going to be doing a few videos before we head off up to Sheffield. Me, Bill, and Owen and Pete. There's another thing that I want to show you next week, which is one that Pete's collaborated with myself in. A bit off the key here. I think you've already seen it. You know, I did intel it before, and we're just waiting on approval from the actual person. Fingers crossed. His wife's the one that we're dealing with, and she's over the moon with it. So, I think you know what it is, don't you? Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll debut that next week. It's not horror. It's not sci-fi. It's something completely different. But I think it's the likeness is phenomenal.
Yeah, because the previous piece of work by this person was well received, wasn't it?
Peter Sellers.
Yeah, Peter Sellers.
Yeah. So
the Pink Panther. It's kind of a sister brother piece to the Pink Panther, isn't it? It's kind of got that kind of.
It's got that vibe. Yeah. We're going down. It's a different genre, but you guys will love it. Hopefully we should have the Pulp Fiction pieces rocking and rolling in the next couple of weeks as well by Andy. So there's loads of stuff, guys. The nice weather's coming in. Bill's got his nice snazzy t-shirt on.
On?
Yeah. Julian, I hope you get. Big kudos to Julian. He's just had his hip done. Hope it all goes well for you, buddy. Hope you'll be running a marathon. You'll be like Steve Austin next. You'll be running with that red tracksuit. He's had a hip replacement. So he'll be running like Steve Austin in the next couple of weeks. And so thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all fit and well. The weather's turning nice now.
Yeah, it's almost tropical out there.
It is. I'm in my big jumper because I've basically been working today.
He's too tight to put the heat on.
But it's been good, mate. So we'll speak to you soon. Like I say, smash a like, subscribe to the channel.
Make a comment, ask a question, say something.
Yeah, if you want to ask us a question, guys.
If you disagree with us, feel free to do so, because we're not going to respond because we don't care.
Yeah, we don't care whatsoever.
We don't care.
So basically, we don't care. We are going to do a lot of people liked the last episode with Gaz, and they liked the fact that we were reminiscing about the oldies. Yeah. We are going to do a few more of them. We are going to do a few more information ones. We've got a lot of stuff to get through over the coming weeks.
80s sci-fi coming up, or 90s sci-fi coming up? 90s.
Mike's on about coming and doing one with you, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right,
yeah, I think so. I don't know where we're up to. Is it 60s or 50s? Or?
Well, we've done several genres in different times, but Mike usually brings in his posters and stuff like that, and we discuss.
You can't tell he's a teacher, can you?
You can't tell he's a teacher.
No.
You can't tell I'm a teacher, can you?
No. I just make it up. These guys are factual.
We planned this today.
You plan it? Yeah.
It's lesson planning, mate. I do it in my sleep.
No, didn't you?
No.
We've also got a couple of bits that Bill's done that hopefully will be with us in the next few weeks.
We've got the sequel to the Dracula one that I updated.
Yeah, and he's also got another little secret project he's doing.
We'll see at the...
so you've got quite a bit on, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got quite a bit on.
You're looking forward to the HorrorCon, mate?
Loving it. I love going to those places because you meet such nice people.
Yeah, they're all right, mate.
Yeah, genuinely decent people. Who you would think, here's somebody walking around now with like a severed head in their arms, but they're great people.
Yeah. You know? One gentleman left a comment on one of the videos and asked us about a Dracula bust in the background. That Dracula bust is a generic Dracula out of a series of about 6 a guy called Michael White did for us. That one, the one that you took a fancy to, is still available. That's the Dracula. There was a wolfman, a creature, a mummy, and a Frankenstein in the series.
Full set then.
Yeah, we'll get them. We'll get them. Yeah. We'll get them on at some point down the road and just show you what's going on. So that's been it.
That's it. So thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Obviously, if we get a bit of feedback, it always makes our lives better.
It does, guys. Yeah. We can't get everything right all the time, so we try our best.
Get right any of the time.
No, it's called getting old, isn't it? I've been Dave Nicholson.
I've been Bill Voice, and I will be for quite a long time, hopefully.